Price with Clear Channel Radio, and I fly 6 radio stations every day. But I watch NCTV.
I like my students to be able to express themselves when they're in my class. People want to know what goes on around NCTV.
I enjoy it because it goes way too fast.
All right, roll. And take.
Technical difficulties have been
That done. I know it was really hard. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. Have a good day.
I work full-time in the freelance film industry, and I definitely would not be here in this amazing career without NCTV and without Lance Madsey.
I am currently living in Los Angeles, California, working in the TV and film industry. I can 100% honestly say that NCTV is the reason I am where I am today.
I'm a filmmaker based out of Los Angeles, and I'm actually here where it all started for me, which is NCTV.
NCTV participated as a group this year in the March of Dimes.
I've worked on big movies, little movies, commercials, as a crew guy, as an intern, as a director of photography. Now I own my own production company. I produce and direct a lot. What Mr. Madsey has created here is not something that can be duplicated.
I was in NCTV. All 3 years I had at least one class in Madsey's. They were the best classes I ever had. I currently work for Town Score Media right here in Casper. I've had previous jobs working for local TV stations around here. Everything that I do now, I can definitely say, is because of NCTV. I never thought I'd be working in a career or even an industry like I do right now. It is amazing.
I've been on cable TV as an actor because of what I learned at NCTV. I was a successful journalist for the better part of 10 years in Casper, Wyoming, a broadcast journalist, because of what I learned at NCTV.
I am a former student of Mr. Madsey's, and I say most importantly because the most important time I spent in high school, and actually some of the most important times I spent in my entire life, have been in the basement of NC. Moved to Chicago, like Mr. Madsey had done at one point in time.
Shut up! Shut up!
And attended Columbia College, which Mr. Madsey also did, and I did as well, and I graduated with honors. I'm very proud of that. Got employed as a professional video editor at the world's largest humanitarian organization, Rotary International.
Currently the head women's basketball coach at Western State Colorado University. I'm also a very proud NCTV alum.
Let's take a minute. Be real, not fake.
The skills I learned in NCTV have been so applicable in my career. I have a huge competitive advantage when it comes to film breakdown, recruiting, marketing. The foundation of all those skills was based in NCTV.
I am a graphic designer, and I was in Lance Madsey's video production, broadcasting, and NCTV programs for 3 years until I graduated in 2003. I continue to be involved with the programs to this day, and I cannot speak highly enough about how incredibly important and valuable the program is to me. I actually chose to go to NC because of his program.
That video was just one of our very favorite moments of NCTV history.
We wanted to show it to you because I think it captures the fun and the enjoyment that we got out of the class.
Kiss goodnight.
Keep these tips in mind and have a safe holiday.
It was a course that taught you why you're learning. It made everyone really rethink about what they wanted to do with their high school lives. I learned to collaborate with so many different kinds of people than I ever would in any class, and you had to learn how to compromise, how to resolve conflict, how to be able to speak your mind, how to stand up for yourself, how to be able to say like this doesn't work, and how to be able to sacrifice or surrender control. You learn how to respect yourself, and you learn how to respect others, especially others. I learned to be a better person in NCTV, and I am never ever going to forget that. And now I'm in Los Angeles being paid to edit and create stories.
I just want to say that through a parent's point of view, Mr. Madsey's NCTV class enabled them to learn a lot of life lessons, all the while having fun in that classroom. And that's made possible by Mr. Madsey's caring and understanding.
I'm a play therapist, and I know the importance of children and adolescents having a safe place to go and a safe teacher to talk to, and I think Mr. Madsey and NCTV absolutely gives any student there the space to explore and express themselves, which is so crucial in our ability to grow and to be healthy.
There aren't that many classes for a high schooler if you remember what it's like to be in high school and to be able to put your own works out there for the judgment and all the perspectives of your peers is not an easy thing to do.
It's such a unique and special way to teach film to young people. I think it really encourages critical thinking.
The flick didn't work?
No, we have no audio for Willow and Chris. We should,
Alright! Can we just do the stand-up mic in front of them? And showing young people how to craft their own voice. And in the work that I do now, where I do youth media projects, I think about this a lot. And so I really appreciate everything that I learned, both about film and about theory and about teaching from Mr. Madsey. It's something that I come back to a lot.
My story was about a kid who found a class that I actually loved to go to. A teacher who taught in such a way that made it so much fun to learn.
When I first started taking the class, I was like, yeah, this will be fun, it'll be great. You know, get to see my friends every day, shoot some video.
And now it's the time you've all been waiting for.
NCTV has taught me some amazing leadership skills.
Friday's football game, and that'll be it, because the interview is the music.
One of the main reasons I graduated from high school was because of his program. As you can see, I'm a resident instructor of martial arts here in Casper. While I was in school, he actually started coming to the martial arts classes that I was a part of. A lot of the communications and the skills that I learned from Lance have transferred over to my class. I'm in corrections and deal with people in a therapeutic community and in a way where an addiction affects their everyday lives. Let them know that I'm not necessarily there to override them or be a hard authority figure. It can actually endanger my life.
I had the option in high school to graduate early at semester, and I decided to stay in high school just so I could experience a whole year of NCTV, and also because it was my favorite class and I did not want to end it early. Because of that class, I have now furthered my adult career in broadcasting and now work for K2 Radio, also known as Town Square Media. I'm in the marketing and sales department and I love it. I know more about my job and what happens in the background due to what I learned in NCTV.
Madsey always showed up to class with a positive attitude.
That was awesome.
It was infectious.
You're just your awesomeness, Madsey. This is so cool.
He was always true to himself and who he was as a person. Never apologized for his unique personality.
So that's cool.
It was magical and I missed it all the time. But I'm so excited to see the kids who go into this program and really make something of themselves and essentially turn their lives around because they had this opportunity.
Have Mr. Madsey be a part of their lives because he is such a cool guy and he really saw us and listened to us and heard us.
I mean, I own my own production company, opening up a clothing store, travel the world with Team USA coaching roller derby, and I'm not afraid to take risks and opportunities. If it wasn't for NCTV, I honestly can say I would not have graduated high school.
I went to Columbia College. Mr. Madsey wrote my recommendation. He's alumni as well. While I was there, I worked on the TV show ER, which was my first real kind of footprint into the industry. And then I went on to graduate school at the American Film Institute. And actually, Mr. Madsey wrote my recommendation to American Film Institute as well. Through all that education, the place that still stands out to me the most is right here. What I learned here just about art and creativity and how to communicate and express myself, that education still, I mean, this is the PhD program of that.
NCTV was my first news job. The first story I ever covered was the funeral of Matthew Shepard, which is a moment I'll never forget. It's brought good things to both the school, the district, the community, to the state. You don't know how incredible it is to see one of Lance's former students walk in front of a festival crowd of 200 screaming fans here in Austin, Texas, and introduce one of the most talked about films of that year while wearing a ball cap with the Wyoming flag on it. That's a good feeling.
This program is incredible. I know past students that are now lawyers and teachers themselves, and I guarantee you they would not be as strong of a person as they are in their career without NCTV. Madsy continues to keep in touch with his students. He guides all of us. He's not just a 3-year teacher, he's a lifetime teacher. I love NCTV.
Being able to do that at such a young age has crafted me into being who I am. I now own a production company in Los Angeles, and we are working all the time. This is because of you, Lance, and what you've done with NCTV. Without that, I don't know what I would be doing with my life.
Is truly exceptional, and what it gives to this community is unmeasurable. It's a place of love.
I have known more people to come out of that program and then work in that industry in some capacity than any other program I've ever seen. I don't think I have to tell you that Lance Madsy is consistently churning out great ambassadors to the state of Wyoming through that program. I don't have to tell you that because you know. The evidence is there. There are upwards almost 20 years worth of press clippings and video and interviews that are out there that you can find, that you can track down. I did a story on Lance in 2010 about how successful the program was. You don't need me to tell you all of that.
Live my life the way I do now as a very proud weirdo. I'm happy in my own skin. I'm not afraid to put myself out there and show my work and be creative and be all these things that Mr. Madsy taught myself and many other students to do. He's had this impact on a lot of people. Programs like this are crucial to developing young people and creating a society that I want to live in and I want to see my children live in, and I hope by everyone who sees this video can understand that as well.
Oh, I almost forgot.
He's creating a culture of awesome human beings, and that should never be stopped. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, Mr. Madsy. Thank you, whoever's watching this. I'm gonna go now.
We're gonna do a practice round, everybody. Who's ready to do this? Let's do it.